From Neural Newscast, this is Deep Dive, exploring the moments that shape today.
Welcome to Deep Dive. I am Richard Lawson.
And I'm Hannah Whitmore. While today is synonymous with celebrations and fireworks, we want to peel back the layers of history to look at the human drama that solidified July 4th in the global consciousness.
It is a date that defines American identity. But as we will see, it also carries a series of uncanny coincidences and a legacy that spans literature, film, and the highest levels of government.
That legacy begins, of course, in 1776. The air in Philadelphia must have been heavy with both heat and tension as the Second Continental Congress gathered.
It was on this day that they unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence. It was a formal, public break from Great Britain, transforming 13 distinct colonies into a unified front. They weren't just signing a document, Hannah. They were committing what the British Crown considered an act of high treason.
It is easy to look back and see it as inevitable, but at the time, it was a massive gamble. The signers were essentially betting their lives on the idea that they could self-govern. This document set the philosophical foundation for everything that followed, from the structure of the new government to the very concept of individual rights.
And the significance of that day seemed to resonate throughout the lives of the men who crafted it. It leads us to one of the most remarkable coincidences in political history.
You are talking about the deaths of the presidents. It really is hard to believe if you saw it in a movie script, Richard. On July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years to the day after the Declaration was adopted, both John Adams and Thomas Jefferson passed away. They were once close allies, then bitter political rivals, and finally, in their later years, they became dedicated correspondents. They died within just 5 hours of each other. Adams, not knowing that Jefferson had already passed in Virginia, reportedly uttered the words, "Thomas Jefferson survives," as he lay dying in Massachusetts. And the coincidence does not stop there. 5 years later, in 1831, James Monroe, the 5th president, also died on July 4th. To have 3 of the first 5 presidents pass away on the same anniversary is a statistical anomaly that many at the time saw as a sign of divine providence over the young nation.
It definitely added a layer of solemnity to the holiday for generations. But July 4th is also a day of beginning for several cultural icons. If we look toward the literary world, we find Nathaniel Hawthorne, born on this day in 1804. Hawthorne is such a fascinating figure, Richard. As a key part of the Romantic movement, he delved into the dark, internal struggles of the American psyche. When you think of his masterpieces like The Scarlet Letter or The House of the Seven Gables, you see someone grappling with the weight of history and ancestral guilt.
He really did capture a specific kind of New England mood. Then, moving from literature to leadership, we have Calvin Coolidge, who was born on July 4th, 1872. He remains the only United States president born on Independence Day.
Coolidge, known as Silent Cal, was a man of few words but very steady action. He led the country during the Roaring '20s, and his philosophy of limited government and fiscal restraint really defined that era of American prosperity before the Great Depression.
And finally, we turn to the world of cinema to celebrate the birth of Eva Marie Saint in 1924. She is a true legend of the silver screen.
Absolutely. Her performance in On the Waterfront, opposite Marlon Brando, was enough to earn her an Academy Award, but she also gave us that unforgettable, cool brilliance in Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. She brought a grounded, intelligent presence to every role she touched.
It is quite a trio to share a birthday. A dark romantic author, a reserved president, and a luminous Hollywood star. Each contributed something unique to the American story.
It shows that while the date started with a political declaration, it has grown to encompass so much more of the human experience, from the way we tell stories to the way we lead and the way we entertain.
As we reflect on the fireworks today, it is worth remembering those deeper echoes, the signatures in Philadelphia, the final breaths of founding fathers, and the births of those who shaped our culture. I'm Richard Lawson.
And I'm Hannah Whitmore. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the 4th of July. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Newscast. Visit deepdive.neuralnewscast.com for more.
This has been Deep Dive on Neural Newscast, exploring the moments that shape today.